Okay, here we go. Can you guys hear me? Oh, I'm sure there's lag. Okay, cool. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna go close my door. So hello everyone. There is some lag. Okay, Okay, good. I'm glad everyone can hear me. I don't think I can play any music. Otherwise, I would totally be playing some. I'm gonna mute my own. Okay, so time to get drawing. I wonder if I could pop this out. Yeah, pop out chat. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is probably pretty late, but it is also my first time. Do I have touch on? No, I don't. Okay. Alrighty. So just let me know if you guys have any questions or anything. I'll try to answer them. I'm just going to be painting as normal, really. Yeah. That's not what I wanted. So, how are you guys doing? It's been a while since I had a painting for a live stream. Usually when I do stream stuff, it's not paintings because they take a lot of time and effort. Hello! Oh, that's really cool. It's so cool how there's so many, like how the internet lets, like I can just go on the internet and talk to someone from a totally different country, and that's really cool. But I'm glad. It's so cool to find out like where all you guys are from and all of that. And I'm just gonna not delete it, but I'm not gonna have it up because I don't really need it at this point. Yeah, I pretty much got what everything's supposed to be, so I don't need that layer. But I don't want to delete it just yet. What layer was I just on? That's the only bad thing about having all your stuff separated into layers. It makes it easy to fix mistakes, but it doesn't make it easy to find which layer you were just working on. Oh, and you guys, so I haven't changed my YouTube name, like the whatever channel name, but My name is Paige, and you guys can totally call me that. Um, if you're ever wondering like what to call me, just call me Paige. Um, so yeah, any questions you have about me or about my art, go ahead and ask. And I will try to answer it as best as I can. I can say with confidence that you guys are the most people I've had on a live stream pretty much ever. I used to use Picardo, which it's an okay site, but just there's not too many people on it, and so it wasn't a great way to get my work out there. So you would usually have like 2 or 3 people there. So yeah, it's kind of actually nerve-wracking having suddenly. How many of you are there now? There's 10 people. Yeah, I think that's most people I've ever had on a stream. I think I can say that with confidence. Oh, I'm glad. That's honestly how I learned most of the digital art tricks. I mean, aside from experimenting myself, but like watching other people's videos, totally how I learned how to do 90%. This is my first YouTube live stream. If you don't count the test I just did like 10 minutes ago. And I'm kind of liking it a little bit more than Picardo. It's certainly Picardo's easier, but I only have a couple people, and it's really not fun streaming when only 3 people are there, unless like you're all buds, then it's fine. But that doesn't happen. So even though I'm a little nervous, it's a lot better that there's a lot of you here. Because then it's just not lame, like, oh, there's only 5 people. Like, don't get me wrong, I love those 5 people, but I use a MacBook Air, the 13-inch kind, that I bought myself as a starting college thing. I like it. I don't really have a preference between MacBook and Windows. I can use both just fine. So it's not a big deal to me. But I know some people are like super into arguing about which one's better, and I'm like, as long as the computer works, I don't care what kind it is. Oh, well, it's kind of fun once you get over the initial nervousness. But well, it just depends. I like talking, so I can pretty much talk on and on for hours. That rose doesn't look right. That needs some more blending. Okay. So yeah, any art questions, any personal questions that aren't like creepy, I'll answer those. Oh, don't worry about any English mistakes. I'm from America. Um, Born here, grew up here, all that. I am taking Spanish classes. I'm not great at it, but I am learning. So if you feel more comfortable typing in Spanish, go ahead and but if you don't want to, don't worry about it either. I can say that I only have to look up some of the words now instead of all of the words, which I take that as a sign of progress. Oh, this is now that I think about it, it looks kind of like a self-portrait, but it kind of isn't, kind of is. Um, this week, I think, is Witchsona Week for 2017, and I love Witchsona Week because I love witches and magic and stuff. So, so this is my drawing. I'm going to school for uh, illustration. Actually, I'm an art. I'm an art major. I was trying to be like a Spanish major because I do really love Spanish and like learning other languages. But at my school, you have to be an art major to take art classes, and I couldn't live without taking art classes. So, art major I am, which is fine because now I get to take all of the art classes. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. This is my first time streaming on YouTube, so as I'll probably say a couple times today. And my plan is to get as far on this painting as possible tonight and maybe finish with another live stream tomorrow because I don't have any work. Oh, that's cool. It's a goal of mine to become like multilingual. Um, Partially because just there's so much more open and available to you if you know, like it's easier to get like jobs and stuff. There's that's really a plus, but also to make it, I want to do as much as I can for people who don't have the resources to learn English. um, I want to help make it easier on them so that they don't have to spend so much time and energy learning such a difficult language when I can learn an easier language and translate for them. And that would be a pretty good job too. But art is definitely my dream job, something in the art field. Yeah, in the description of most of my other videos, I don't know if it's in the description of this live stream. I don't think it is. But yes, I can tell you. Here, let me type it out for you so you can just copy and paste. That's my Tumblr URL. So that's what I use most often. And I talk about like just life and crap a lot on there. So just beware. Yeah, no problem. Uh, Here, you know, I'm going to post a link to the music I'm listening to so that you guys can hear it. Because I don't know if you can. I don't think you can for whatever reason. Yeah, for whatever reason, my OBS doesn't, at least on this computer, it doesn't do it so that the songs that I'm playing will play on whatever I'm streaming. But if I do it on the desktop computer at my house, which is a Windows, it will work. So let me just link that to the music I'm listening to if you want to listen along. I mean, if not, it's cool too, because I do have kind of weird music tastes. Yeah, yeah. I can't do French. my high school had the option to learn it, and nope, not doing French. No offense to French people or anything. Just I do not have the skills necessary to learn French, so I just never bothered. What should I put on these graves? Oh, there we go. I wonder how much of a lag there is on this, but whatever. Well, I would definitely be terrible at French if I ever tried it. And yeah, I just can't do it. Can't do it. At least, well, I probably could if I tried, but I really don't feel like putting that much effort into a language. Oh, that probably makes sense. That makes sense. And that also makes it also depend. I'm sure it also depends on like your internet service. Ugh. Okay, so yeah, keep asking questions. There's how many of you guys now? 10 people? Cool, cool. 10. That's cool. Um, hmm. So, okay, back to talking about the drawing, because I don't like the awkward silence. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Okay. So back to talking about the drawing. This is my witchsona illustration for this year. And I just used a generator to come up with it because I wanted to do something different than usual and I had no idea what. So for being frustrated when drawing, I get that a lot. In fact, I might make this, actually I'll maybe make this a speed paint, maybe not, because I know it can be super boring watching the whole live stream, so I'll probably make it a speed paint later and post it probably in the next like week or so because I have nothing else to do. But for pulling through and powering through on drawings, you really just have to psych yourself into it. When I feel like, ooh, that's not clear. When I start to feel like it's not worth it and I get frustrated about drawing, I usually, well, I'm sorry to say this, but sometimes I do just quit and give it like too much time. Oh, thank you. Picking out colors is kind of hard for me, at least when I think about it too much, because I want to experiment and stuff. And that's another part about pulling through and powering through on making yourself draw, is to experiment and to just play around. Because a lot of times when I get psyched out, it's when and frustrated, it's when I want to make a drawing that's like super powerful and pretty, when maybe what I really need to draw that day is just something that's a little goofy and quick and silly, and it's really just so that I can practice drawing a character I really like. In fact, a lot of my quote unquote warm ups, which are usually longer than an actual warm up should probably be, but they're usually just characters that I really like. And especially when I'm drawing in school, like during class, it's totally characters that I like, and just little things that, the doodles you do in school, they aren't all important and they're not going to be masterpieces, but just even just doing school doodles, notebook doodles, will get you farther than sitting around going, like, psyching yourself out about a drawing. And honestly, that's something I need to get better at anyway, because I just, I get super psyched out about a lot of things, for one thing, and just no way. My inspiration for, in general, or for this whole illustration, because this illustration was just a witchsona, something for witchsona week, which I love. So I wanted to show how much I love it. In general, well, on my Tumblr I have a big old inspiration tag. There'll be artwork and stuff. No, it's all good. There'll be, in my inspiration tag, I'll just have stuff that is from other artists, or from I am forgetting words right now. Just things that inspire me, like I like their line work, or I like their colors, or what have you. More on this fox. I'll get inspiration from while I'm driving, or while, or while I'm reading, especially when I'm reading, I get inspired. I've been reading a lot of like comic books and manga lately, and usually if I'm inspired to do fan art, that's when I get it. It's when I'm reading those, obviously. It has been a while since I've drawn a fox. Let's see if I can get this right. It's a little big. I mainly, though, if I want to draw something but I don't have like an idea what, I'll either look through my recent sketches, or I'll try to pick up a work in progress that I have in my folder, like in my computer. I'll look around and see what I have in there. Or I think I will, because that was my plan originally, and I already have, well, this is getting big. I already have the first, the sketch part recorded, and I'm recording this, I think. Yes, I'm recording it right now, this part. So yeah, this will be a speed paint I don't want to say that, I want to say this. Yeah, and I've already been looking through music that I could be using. Yeah, and I just like making speed paints. I find it a lot more enjoyable to watch speed paints than to watch live streams, just because I have very poor attention span. In fact, art's one of the few things I can actually focus on. So it's probably a good thing I'm an artist, because otherwise I'd just be lame. Oh, I'm glad. I can't wait to make it, because that would mean, one, that this painting's done, and that'll be nice. Mm-hmm. Gotta go back here. There we go. I'm just gonna, because this is bothering me. I'll come back and paint through that later. It's bothering me that there's the weird spots like that, which you'd probably be able to see. Yeah, live streaming, that's, yeah, it is a cool thing. And being the person drawing while live streaming, that's cool. And I like that. But when other people are live streaming, it's really hard for me to concentrate. So I just never really do it. Or I'll have it open and I'll check occasionally, but staying the whole time is really hard for me to do because of my attention span issues. Huh. Huh. I should probably look up a Fox reference. Let's see. Yeah, because I'm streaming, my internet's going to be super slow, but I just need one picture of a fox's face to make sure I'm getting it right. Come on. No, not the... Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I didn't even remember any of the other. I'll copy that and just go over to here. This is where it's gonna get hard to change the colors. Uh-oh, it's not responding. Crap. Just gonna close that. Okay, I'm still going. Cool. Okay. Oh, true. Talking about that. Before I went to art school, I was just in high school. I went to college immediately after graduating high school. And I think that was best for me because when I'm at home and not at school, let's move this over here so I can see it. Okay. Yeah, you guys can always talk to me on like my social media. I totally am fine with that. In fact, I encourage it because I love talking to people too. So let's just change these colors. And just fill it. Trying to figure out a way to do this without it being weird. That's the right shape, so just I think that'll work. I should have made sure the fox was the right colors before I kept going. Oh well, I could fix that easy. After finishing art school, well, right after graduating college, I'm going to apply to go teach English in Japan for a year because it's always been like a dream of mine to do that. So definitely going to apply. So I'm definitely going to try to do that. Oh no, that's fine. And I'm going to hopefully get a job in the field. That's definitely something I want to do. Okay. I think that's fine. Okay. And then this is where I should have had this reference up before I started painting. But that's okay. But I hope to get a job in the field. I want to be a character designer. Oh, thanks. I want to be a character designer or a concept artist. Not for Disney though, not really. Unless they get better, like just ethics wise. But it's fine, whatever. Like maybe working for Leica, that'd be so cool. I love Leica. Or being a comics artist. I have a webcomic that I'm kind of working on now, but not really because it's been on hold for school and I had a surgery earlier and that was getting in the way. Yeah. That's okay. It's good that you could come and I hope you come back. Have fun doing whatever you're doing. Let's see if I can fix this. See you. Have fun doing whatever you're doing. I think I mentioned this before, but I used a generator for like the witch generator because I wanted to make something different than usual, but Okay, you know what? I'm not going to be listening to this anymore, Eve. Because I don't want to listen to Caramel dancing anymore. I'm just going to play my iTunes. There we go. Okay. And I got to do window juggling every time. Okay. But so the generator popped out. Like you just put in your name and it gives you a set of qualities for like a witch. And mine said, I put in my name, and it said that I am a graveyard witch, which that's cool, and that I am a doll. Like the species was doll, and then like my broomstick was just that I jog really fast, which I found funny. And what else? Familiar as a fox, and that, or, and that I use reflections. There was that. No, I have not. I don't actually follow the Clip Studio Paint updates as well as I should. I really should follow them a lot better, but I don't because I can't be bothered to read something really simple like, an adult should do. 20, I should be reading emails and stuff, but I don't ever do that. I really don't know if I like that. Okay. But no, I haven't seen it, so I have no idea. Oh, it's really cool. That's good. I'm gonna have to check it out and see what's up. It's just that I'm not the best with computers, so I'm always kind of worried that if I try to update things, I'll screw something up. Oh, hello. It's nice to see you. I'm glad you could come from all the way over from Tumblr. Yeah, I'm pretty much always behind the loop. So there's that. Hmm. This wolf body is looking a wolf. What am I? This is a fox. This fox is looking a little lame. I gotta figure out something to do to fix it. Yeah, I have downloaded one brush pack, and that's this loose inker brush. I really like it because it can go super thick and like super thin to super thick, like really easy. And I love it when brushes do that. In fact, I think I've used this pen for most of my drawings for like the past year almost, and I love it. Like, it's so cool. But for my paintings, I usually just stick with the presets. I wish there were more cool brushes for Clip Studio Paint. Like, that's the only thing Photoshop really has on Clip Studio Paint, aside from like the photo stuff, is the cool brushes that people keep making. like Kyle Kyle Webster, I think, um, is the really cool dude who makes all of those cool Photoshop brushes that look like uh, traditional mediums. And to be like completely honest, his brushes are really like they tempt me so much to download Photoshop every time. Like every time I see a new update for them, I'm like, man, wish I had could put Photoshop. This computer doesn't have enough storage for Paint Studio and for Photoshop. Thank you. That's always my goal, is to make very fluffy animals. Was the mouse a little weird, I think. Oh, his eye's in the wrong place. Is it? I'm gonna say it. No, its eye's fine actually, I think. Just needs to be up a little bit more. Huh. I don't actually press very hard when I'm drawing. So I've actually had this tablet for 4 whole years, I think. I got it. No, I've had this for 6 years. I got it when I was 14. I got this tablet that I'm currently using when I was 14. No. I was 15. So I've had this tablet for around 5 years actually. Um, and it's only got one problem with it in this whole time. About a year or two ago, the eraser went nuts. Like, let me show you what happens if because most of them have the eraser, like you just flip the pen over and you can erase, and it just automatically goes to the eraser tool. Let me show you what happens if I do that. It just erases everything. Like I'm not touching the tablet at all, and it just goes it goes crazy. Like it just does not work very well. So I don't flip it over, but it got really easy. I just very easily got used to just going over and clicking eraser on it. Yeah, it was really annoying when it first happened, but I just got used to it because other than that, this tablet works just fine. Like it still works just as good as it did 4-5 years ago. So I'm still using it. In fact, I was scared earlier this year that I would have to buy a new one because something went wrong while my laptop was updating, and it screwed up somehow. It screwed up the driver that was installed, and so I thought I would have to buy a new, like an entirely new uh, tablet. But it just turned out I needed to just reinstall it, and it worked just fine, which I was so glad. Because I did not want to drop another $100 on a tablet. Okay, I think this fox is fine for now. I think I'll just get the rest of it in post. I think I've replaced the pen nib on this pen once in the past 4 years. Because I don't press hard at all on this, so it hasn't even gone down at all. In fact, there's still a clear eighth of an inch poking out. I won't have to replace my pen nibs I just have never had to. They've never gotten low enough to warrant me replacing them. So I just never have. And I get weird looks whenever I say that, but if I had needed to replace them, I would have. I just never have needed to. Oh yeah, I still have in fact, the first tablet I got was, I think it was an Intuos, and it broke within a year. And then I bought this one, which is Bamboo Fun, also from Wacom. I got that one off of Craigslist, actually. A guy had bought it and never used it, and he had opened the box but never used it, and so he sold it to me for $50, and it's been working perfectly except for that eraser thing ever since. So I'm pretty lucky when it comes to my tablet. Although, if I had the chance and the money to upgrade to a screen one of those, you know what kind I'm talking about, the big fat kind, I would totally do that. I'd still keep this, but I would totally buy one of the screen ones in a heartbeat if I could afford it. But as it is, I cannot, so I'm not buying that. I really wish I could, though. Aw, good night. I'll probably stream again to finish this if I don't finish it tonight. It is only 8 o'clock, so. Yes, Cintiq, that's the word. Good night. I'm glad you could make it to my stream. That's the wrong layer. Oh, there we go. I'll work on this. I think it's on this layer. Yeah. Nope, not eraser. Oh yeah. Man. Yeah, tablets are expensive. That's all there is to it. What layer is that on? Oh, there it is, on the bush layer. There we go. Yeah, tablets are expensive, man. They're just, it's kind of nuts how expensive they are, especially the ones that will be good, the ones that are actually worth it. They're not so expensive. That's a tangent with the... I don't know what to do. Oh, some of the foxes. Dang it. Oh, well. There. think could always just move. Yeah, I'll just move this. Because I want to avoid a tangent with the corner of that tombstone. So, just moving it over. Yay. Oh, not what I wanted to do. There. Okay. There we go. Now it's not a tangent anymore. Okay. Hello, Emily Anderson. I like your icon. Another reason I don't live stream too often is because it's hard for me to not sing out loud to the music I listen to when I stream. And I imagine you guys don't really want to hear that. So I try my best to not do that, for you guys. I gotta figure out what to put on these gravestones. What are some names that I should put on these tombstones? Just come up with some good ones while I'm over here painting. This is your chance, guys. If not, I can just come up with some names on my own. It's not hard. Oh, yeah, I have, haven't I? I don't ever look at my old YouTube videos anymore because it's just painful. But yeah, I have improved, and that's good. Thank you. Just painting is really relaxing for me, so It's pretty fun. Vivian Grace? Alright. Sounds like someone I know actually, but we'll forget about that for now. What is going on? There we go. Oh, because that one's above it. Timothy Gray. I just need to do little things that make it look like stone, which is a bit detailed, but it kind of just sells that this is engraved on it, you know? There. But I gotta move this over a little bit because there we go. Was another, what's it called? Another tangent that I didn't want. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this and then this. There we go. There's the Vivian Graces, and then Timothy Gray, and then the ones in the back are kind of far away, so you wouldn't really be able to read them unless they were big. Where did I? That's not there. I went and drew outside of the layer I was supposed to draw on. Oops. Oh, it's this one. There. Just drawing's so relaxing for me. I like doing it so much. Thank you. I like your name, by the way. I love the name Deirdre. In fact, one of my characters that I just made like last month, her name is Deirdre. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fine. Oh, have fun. You're welcome. No. There we go. So yeah, any questions that you guys have, feel free to ask them, and I will do my best to answer anything you want to like tell me. Yeah, so that there's not any awkward silence, you know. So I just like to avoid those. I do like tacos, especially authentic tacos. They are the best. Regular, like cheap American tacos are fine too. I'll eat those, but authentic tacos are where it's at. Um, I'm not super into it, but I don't have anything against K-pop. I just never got into it, and I don't think I ever will. Um, and as for favorite anime, it's definitely Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like, I get so happy and excited anytime I talk about it, as my friends can testify um, in my blog. And I love it so much. And then there's also a couple like nostalgia favorites that aren't quite as good as Full Metal Alchemist, but to be honest, what can beat Full Metal Alchemist? Nothing can. Um, but I really like Inuyasha. If you can't tell from my YouTube channel, um, I like One Piece. I like it all right. To be honest, I only keep reading it for Zoro because I love him with all of my heart. And Luffy. I love Luffy. Um, actually, no, okay, I like One Piece. There's definitely problems with it, but I still like it, and I'll probably still keep reading it until it ends, which hopefully will be soon. It's gone on for like 18 years. And I really like Noragami. Noragami is definitely the prettiest manga I've ever read, hands down. I really like One Punch Man. No, I don't care about One Punch Man. I like Mob Psycho 100. One Punch Man, I don't really care about. I just never got into it. But I love Mob Psycho. It's so beautifully animated and actually funny and just kind of loony, but still great, like in the best way. And I love psychic stuff, so of course I would love Mob Psycho. So yeah, I don't really actively watch anime anymore, but I do still actively read manga. Oh, I'm sad to see you go. Have fun. Paint these roses. Actually, I'm pretty close to done, I think. Just a few touch-ups and getting these roses to stop being blobs. Let's see, what have I been reading recently? I've been reading, My Hero Academia. I've been reading that recently. Actually, I started reading that back when there were only 30 chapters out instead of the now 120. And I love it. I love My Hero Academia. It's a good replacement for like Naruto and stuff that died. I actually never got into Naruto. I didn't watch it as a kid, and so when I was like a teenager, I was like, yeah, I don't care. And so I just never watched it. But, instead I got into One Piece, and that's the only one out of the, like, Bleach, One Piece, Naruto trio that, like, hasn't died. Actually, I don't know. I think, did Bleach end? Kind of just disappeared because no one I know actually like actively likes Bleach. For digital art, um, really just practicing. I mean, that goes for all art, but for digital art, experiment as much as you can. Um, and looking up tutorials, you definitely need to look up tutorials, especially if you're trying something you haven't done, because it'll save you a lot of time, um, and two, uh, you'll see what kind of things other artists have been doing, and that can be really helpful. Um, in fact, probably even vital. Okay. Yeah, it is kind of late some places. I wanted to start it earlier, but yeah, have fun. I'm sorry to see you go. I hope to see you guys next time. All of you guys. So let's make this tiny rose. How many of you guys are there left? 9? That's still pretty good. Still the highest that I've ever had a stream go. So I'll have to do this again later this week, probably, if I'm not done with this. No, witchsona week, I don't think is passed. I only just started seeing like drawings for it, so I might be late, but I'm not sure. I didn't memorize the dates this year, so I don't know for certain. But yes, this is definitely for witchsona week, but I don't know if the dates have, like, I don't know if I missed it or not. So I may have missed it. Which is fine, because I still really like doing this painting. But it's just a lesson that I should maybe pay attention to my calendar better in the future. So yeah, this has been a pretty good time. Oh yeah. In fact, this is the second or third witchsona I've designed for myself. Um, the first one I designed senior year, and then last year I just redesigned the first one. So that was kind of cheating, but not quite. And then this year I didn't want to just redesign or draw the same witch again. I wanted to do either like a new witchsona completely, or something like just something different. So I used a generator, and I got this glorious drawing, and it turned into this, and I like it. I just gotta kick my butt into gear, I guess. But yeah, so oh, look at that. The bushes are done. Well, I gotta add more contrast to this. These roses up here. For drawing animals, use references. Like, use references. In fact, I just realized the ear is kind of wonky. Yeah, use references. Practice lots, especially if you're drawing an animal for the first time. Um, when I had a comic project I did in high school that had maned wolves in it, and to practice, I took a bunch of random pictures of them off the internet and just use those for references. Like, trace if you have to, but keep just draw them. Practice is definitely the biggest one. Even if you're drawing them from sight, which is a really useful skill. Just practice drawing them. I think like practice doing anatomy, practice drawing their skeletons, which sounds kind of gross, but you need to do it, honestly. No, that's okay. In fact, I really like it. Nice, nice. I'm glad you like it. You guys are all so nice. Thank you. Besides it just feeling really nice to get compliments. Yeah, no problem. It's just, I'm glad I can touch people in this way. That sounded kind of creepy. You know what I mean? Like, actually have an impact on people. I'm glad I could do that. Where did I? Oh, it's on this top there. These are supposed to be like wilted flowers. Hmm. Oh, Thunderhead it's kind of been halted. Uh, yeah, it's definitely what I want to get done first. But with school and stuff and some just issues I've been having with it, not with it in itself, mostly with like personal issues, just hasn't been really high on my priorities as much as I want it to be. And that's one of the things I actually want to do this year because I'll have the time. I'm learning better how to manage my time with schoolwork and stuff. So I'd probably be able to do it with even with a like if I got a full-time job or something. I'd be able to work on it. Um, but so I probably need to go through and do like a massive story, like read through and fix some things, because what happened is I submitted it to Hiveworks, and applied to have it so that they would give me a site and everything, and I didn't get it, which doesn't mean it's a bad story, but I also, like, when I turned it in, I knew it wasn't the best product. Like, I hadn't put all the work into it that I could have or should have. Um, and it's something that I've been, I've had this story for, let's see, I've had it since 10th grade. So it's been for almost 5 years now that I've had this story that I've wanted to show to everyone, show to the world, but I haven't, it's not at the point that I want it to be at yet. So it's just, I have to work hard on it, you know? Um, and the same with the magical girl idea. It's definitely still in the works, not quite as urgently um, as Thunderhead, but definitely up there. It's definitely an idea that I want to see through to the end and make it the best that it can be. So, yeah. It's mostly a question of getting my butt in gear and doing it. You know, the very back of the background. Oh, oops. Yay! Oh yeah, I kind of know the direction I want to take it, but there's like I don't really have a plot. I have characters. Sorry if this sounds weird. I just have to stretch out because I've been sitting crisscrossed, and now my legs are crying at me. I know the general direction I want to take it in, and I know um, the major themes that I want it to have. Oops, that's locked. Um, so it's really just a matter of putting the work and the effort into it, and it'll become something pretty good. I hope. I mean, you can kind of never really tell. Like, you'll think you'll be doing something pretty good, and then you'll look back later and go, "Wow, that sucks." But I think as I get better and better at working on things, that'll happen less and less. Hopefully. Oh no, don't worry about asking any questions. If you can't tell, uh, I really like talking. If you haven't figured that out by now, but so it's really like it's not an issue for me. I mean, I I doubt you guys would ask anything like super personal, and that'd be the only time I would be unwilling to answer something. But you guys haven't asked anything like that, and I don't think you will. Um, and you know, I'm a big believer in being nice to people when they've done nothing to deserve anything else. You know? I should use this one. It blends a little more. Yeah, I don't think any of you guys are. I hope not. Not that I would really answer anyway, but it would just make it a lot, easier. Yeah, this is the one spot where I probably actually uh, needed the lines from earlier, but that's okay. Yeah. Well, this one that I'm using right now is actually this one. I just copied it and then made some changes. Like, only differences really are the density of paint and the color stretch and the brush density. I just moved those around for this copy, and this way I don't have to keep changing every time. Um, well, I don't recommend drawing anything at 72 dpi, especially if you're planning on selling it. Like at least 144, otherwise it can look really funky. Um, in fact, a lot of like professional printing websites say 300 is the best, but that can make your computer run really slow. I keep mine at 144 and then just work big, and that evens itself out. Um, it's about the same as if I worked smaller but used 300 dpi. The file size is about the same, I think. Um, um, so Redbubble, you just upload the picture and it does all the rest of it for you. Society 6, though, which I don't use anymore because it's so obnoxious, it didn't say anything about DPI, but it did require that you change like the dimensions of the picture, which was for each item that you like sold it as, which was really obnoxious, and I didn't want to do it anymore. So I didn't, and I just stopped using. I found Redbubble, and so I stopped using. Stopped with Society 6 like forever. We're not hanging anymore. Just not buddies. It's not meant to be. Let's make this cross look a little more respectable. I kind of like the moss look it has. It doesn't need too much. Since these things are so far in the background, they don't really need any definition to them. They just need to be vague shapes to fill it up, really. Yes, I have seen Voltron and I like it. In fact, I'm really excited for the next season that comes out next week. Shiro's my favorite. He's my dream guy, so that right there is a big indicator of why he's my favorite. No, don't worry about it. Again, I really like talking no matter what it's about, so no issues there. I'm gonna fix this tree. I'm gonna do a new layer for this and just kind of don't want to erase it, kind of really need to. So, erasing you get. It's just not a good idea. I don't usually like doing fuzzy, but that's the only real way to make this look nice, to be honest. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. It's really, I don't want to be like prideful, but it's a good feeling when you see people that like actually like your stuff and that have been following you for a while. It's a good feeling. You should try to make other people feel like this as much as possible, I think. I'm actually close to finishing this. That's good. That's not what I was expecting to happen today. I thought I would get kind of far on it, but not finish it. So I'm pretty excited to actually be done with this today, considering I started it like last night. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I always found other people's speed paints to be really inspiring too, which is part of why I made my own, is because other people inspired me to. Um, but it's really cool that I have done the same for someone else. Because speed paints were like a big reason and big thing that got me into digital drawing. Like I've always been drawing traditionally, but I didn't start drawing like digitally and up until high school because I saw all of these speed paints that were so inspiring, and I wanted to be able to do what they were doing, and I wanted to push myself in the same way. So it's kind of like a really, it's also inspiring to hear that I've inspired other people, if that makes any sense, you know? I hope it does. I hope that makes sense. Oh, willow tree looks pretty good. Just gotta work on the bark and those two tombstones in the middle, and I think I'll be really close to done. Back up there. Well, this needs to go. This is too much contrast for a background. There, I can add this much, but not too much. Yeah, I hope you too. I hope you do too, because it's so. It's what I aim to do, you know, is to inspire other people the way that other people have inspired me. You know, it's a big goal in life. In fact, I think I wrote that on my college apps. Is that I want to inspire people like I've been inspired. So if I have to do it through YouTube, then I have to do it through YouTube. I'm just glad it happens. And if you guys want to like show me your art and stuff, go ahead and like link it to me in the descriptions, or like link it to me on Tumblr. Go ahead and do that. I love looking at other people's art. I like knowing where you guys are at, and especially if you guys want to show it to me. Like, that's kind of insane. Like, that it's so cool. Like, there are people who not only are making really cool stuff but want to show it to me and are excited about it. And like it's really just, it's refreshing to have people who are excited about their stuff instead of like putting other people down. Like they're out there being inspired, and they're, guys are cool. You guys are cool. And I guess guys in general are cool, maybe, sorta. Who cares? I don't care about boys. Yeah, like there's that like meme or whatever of going and finding like young Deviant artists, which I mean I'm never on DeviantArt anymore because it was too much, but and like finding young DeviantArt artists and making fun of them. Like as funny as like little kid drawings are, you still you can't you can laugh and be like, especially if they make like that one, like when a kid just draws something cute and funny, you can laugh, but not in a way like not in a way that puts down other people. Laughing because something is cute is different than laughing because you want to ridicule someone. And it's like what I said in it's like how I view about people who copy and paste stuff in their art. Well, I want that to be way lower. But there are people who copy and paste parts of their drawing and put it in different spots. And like if they need to do that, then they need to do that. And I don't do it because I feel like I challenge myself more by not doing that, but it's not like fair to people if you judge them based on something like that. Yeah, no one deserves to be belittled. Well, I don't know about deserves, but some people definitely have it coming. But not just simple 14-year-olds who just are sharing their drawings on the internet. And it's like, it's one thing if they're like, this is just something stupid I drew, and they post it, and then you're like, haha, yeah, you're right, that is kind of stupid. But you don't, versus someone who posts it and they're like, it's something they worked hard on and they're proud of it. You can't just go and like tear them down like that. Like, if someone had done that to me when I was 14 and on DeviantArt, I'd be crushed. I probably wouldn't be an artist right now. So it's not okay. Making fun of people is just not okay. And I actually feel pretty strongly about that, but it's just not. Yeah, I can delete this layer now. Whoops, I accidentally flattened it. There we go. Delete. Save. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Like, I honestly never would have thought that there'd be so many people. Like, there's 5,000 of you guys, well, almost. Like, that's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. That's an insane amount of people. That's more than like some high schools. That's more than a lot of high schools, I think. I don't know, my high school is tiny. But it's so cool that all of you, there's 5,000 of you guys. Like, I can't even imagine how many like that actually is. Like, that's just, it's so much to me. that's too much. And it's so important, like even if I didn't have any followers, it would still be important for me to keep working and drawing, but it's definitely a bonus, you know? I think actually I'm done painting. I think from now will just be like clean up stuff for it. Although I think I should ask you guys. It's not what I wanted to do. About this layer with her belt sash thing. I'm kind of debating having a design on it at all. Like this, it looks fine, and like this, kind of looks fine. I don't know. So just have any thoughts? I mean, I'll probably decide one way or the other, but I'm also kind of deciding if I should maybe just change it to black altogether, but that'd be a lot of work. So then there's this design, and then not having design, which I'm actually, I'm just gonna not add the design. Oof. Okay, so now from here is just more final stuff. Yeah. Just details. Oh, I gotta fix the mirror, so not quite entirely done, but I'm getting there. Gotta just fix that mirror on her lap, and then we'll be pretty close to done. Oh, it is 10 o'clock. No, it's not. I got a text. Ha ha. No, I didn't get a text. I get no text. I'm one of those people with like a bunch of people in her phone, but I never get any text. And that's fine because I don't have unlimited text, so it's honestly okay. But it's just, you think you're getting a text and you're not. It's just your game app telling you, hey, you can play again. I can't really pass judgment on most YouTubers. There's a few I can pass judgment on, like confidently, but I don't actually follow that many YouTubers who give out tips, or if they do, I don't follow. I don't watch their videos where they're telling people what to do. Because I don't actually like it when people tell me what to do, so I don't bother watching the videos. So I don't know. I feel like I just tell people what I would want someone to tell me. Like things that I wish I had known. No? I mean, there's times I don't really feel like giving it out, but never really anything where I don't enjoy it. I don't think I would say that. I don't know. Does the mirror look fine as it is? Or is it too distracting? I don't know. I don't usually draw mirrors. I feel like it shouldn't be that bright. So I'm just gonna cover it. Let's... That looks better, I think. There's that, and then that. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Maybe it's Victorian era. I'm actually really bad with the names of like periods, like fashion periods or whatever. To be honest, I got the look for this from, I was inspired really by the movie The Secret of Moonacre. Like I really like the costume design in that movie. And so this dress is based off of the one, well, very loosely based off of the one that she wears at the end. Just because I really like it, like, because I was trying to figure out what outfit to do, and just Secret of Moonacre. It's a really magical feeling film, and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted to make it work out like that. Yeah, I actually like how this mirror looks now with the magic sparkles and the... Well, it kind of works without that, but I like the little sparkles. Those sparkles. Um, she doesn't have like a name, but she does have a title. She's the Dream Eater goddess. So the reason she wears a mask is because looking into her eyes will put you to sleep, and then she feeds off your dreams. And it's kind of hard to talk face to face to someone when you keep putting them to sleep, um, which is why she wears the mask, is so that she can actually talk normally to people. Not that when she speaks, she doesn't speak normally. She doesn't speak in riddles, but she doesn't speak like people would want her to, which is very confusing for people. They don't like it. Um, I'm glad you really liked the speed paint for it, because I love Art Nouveau. In fact, I have a couple other Art Nouveau drawings planned out. Like the sketches are in my computer somewhere, so I just have to find them. Okay, I think this is ready for the... So this is where it gets fun. It's got to save as a JPEG. This is where it takes a while, because it's big. It's a big drawing. So I'm going to save it as a JPEG, close this, reopen it, and then go through and do the final like color corrections, contrast corrections. Like I'll probably go in and add some extra shadows on her and these front items, the sarcophagus and the rose bush. I'll probably figure something out for those, and that's when I add the final. Although I might not need to add any texture to it. I think just doing color overlay texture to it will be enough. And that's also where I add like my signature and stuff. And then this will be done, which is pretty good. It's kind of novel for me to be done with a painting like this in a day and a half. So I think I'll be doing more paintings in the future. I just don't know when in the future, because I have a bunch of stuff to do. I am actually going to start doing Pokemon stickers. So I'll be doing multiple Pokemon per sticker sheet. I just have to figure out first, I'm going to do it like type by type, and also certain evolutionary lines that I really love. Oh, the symmetry ruler? Okay, that, okay, so now that this is done, I'm going to open this up like that. So the symmetry ruler, you open that through, it's this one right here. And if you hover over it, it's called figure. And then the symmetry ruler is in the rulers folder, and it's the last one at the very bottom. So that's where that is hidden. I love the symmetry ruler. Like, it's so fun. But to get back to this is where it gets fun. I really like doing this one. This is where I do all the color checks. So like I want purple. This like grapey purple in it. I want this middle part to be purpley and red, and then I want the rest of this to be green and like a good yellowy green to blue green. And then I, of course, tone it down a lot. But I add just enough. And I add like a little pink. I do have a little blue, but that's because nothing I draw would be complete without blue. And then I do another layer with overlay again, but this time I do it all in like black and whites. I do like a smaller brush, like okay, add some more shadow here. And some more shadow to the fox. A little more shadow here and complexity here. Just little bits. Like I want more lightened here. A little bit more here. And this one I don't lower quite as much because it doesn't change quite as much. And then I also go in with the white. This part is going to be nice and light. Like I want certain part of her dress to be lighter. I'm gonna go in with a really small one and just darken up some of the areas of this flower. Because these ones need to have more contrast than the ones in the back, and they don't, which was a mistake of mine. I'm just gonna go in and fix them with a little bit of black. And there you have it, Insta. Okay, and this is where I say again, replace yours. Come on. Yay, and because this is so big, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Let's see if, while that's going, I'm gonna try pulling up the texture. Let's do, come on. This is gonna take a while. So, yeah, if you guys want me to keep streaming, I can. If not, since this drawing is about done, I can pretty much just stop streaming. Oop, application's not responding. That's good. Restore chat, there we go. So yeah, stream's pretty much over. I'm pretty much done with everything. It was really cool to be here. I hope you guys will come to my future streams. And yeah, it was really nice to talk with you guys for the past hour and a half. 2 hours? 2.5 hours. Yes, 2.5 hours. So yeah, I hope I'll see you guys again on my next stream. Let me know if you would like to keep talking and stuff, and yeah. So there's a little bit of a lag, but yeah, bye. Bye, I'll see you guys next time. This was really fun.